Hi Carlson, Rakesh here.
Hello?
Uh,
Hello,
Hi Carlson,
Pradhika?
yeah, Rakesh here.
Good. Hold on a second. Well,
And mhm.
well, I am working in the technology field, not doing data power itself, but I've been doing IAM, identity access management, type of work solution. And I also used to do a lot of WebSphere as well. Uh, the only thing I'm missing is the data power piece. I mean, I've done civil access management. I've done identity management, federated identity management, and then CSPM, Security Security Policy Manager. But the data power piece, I'm always kind of curious about that one since I haven't done anything, and I know it is a powerful appliance, and I like to know how exactly I can leverage that with my other skill sets. And how do you even integrate that, the data power, within the same civil access manager, federated identity manager, or a civil security policy manager environment? That would be a very interesting one for me. And how to integrate that with WSRR or UDDI. Those are some of those key stuffs where when you probably interview, people ask you, what have you done with data power? And that's why I want to learn the data power piece, at least knowing enough about it. That would be one more skill I can add into my portfolio.
Okay, that's great. Absolutely great. So, Kaulsan, my name is Adhitak Sharma, and I have been working in this integration field for a pretty much long time. I guess 8 or 9 years since then. And I have been in this data power field since 3 or 4 years. So I'm leading a team of data power people here. So I have got experience in administration as well as the development part. And apart from that, I am basically IBM certified data power solution implementer. So that's sort of a brief description about me. And I will walk you through small presentations, and I will also walk you through about what this course is all about and what you can expect out of it and what is outside this course. So let's quickly start. And this is the first slide which I would like to present to you. So before we move on, we need to with the data power thing. We need to have a clear understanding about where data power stands right now. So as you said that you have experience with other IBM family of products as well. So I would like to show you a small reference model, and I would like to just guide you that where data power product as a product stands. So this is IBM SOA reference model, and as you can see that this is the reference model for service-oriented architecture, and this is a standardized model which is provided by IBM. All of the IBM products that we see today are structured around this model. So for example, you can see here that there is an IT services management on the right hand side of it, where I'm right now placing my mouse. So IT services management is a part of service oriented architecture, and IBM has positioned a couple of its products towards IT services management. For example, if you have heard about the Tivoli family of products like Tivoli Federation Identity Manager or IT Camp for SOA, for example, they are geared towards IT services management. On the on the left hand side of it is the development services. So IBM has positioned its couple of products especially geared towards development services, and same is the case for interaction services, process services, information services, and other services as well. Now at the center of all of these, the backbone of all of these is the ESB, which you can see right now. ESB stands for Enterprise Services Bus, and it is actually a backbone which acts as a connector between all these kind of services. So without ESB, there is no interconnectivity, and where there is no interconnectivity, the enterprise services sense is gone. So ESB is important for the purpose of interconnectivity. On the other hand, ESB also provides a lot of features which facilitate interconnectivity and which were not there in earlier products or earlier concepts. So you must be familiar about the enterprise interconnections, or what we can say enterprise integration. The enterprise integration is a term which denotes that we have several systems across the enterprise, and we want an interconnection between them so that information flow across them is seamless. To facilitate such kind of interconnection, earlier we had a point-to-point connection between systems. Later it became cumbersome, and people started thinking of a broker kind of thing, where we have a centralized broker which facilitates messaging across all these systems. Now people started working on it, and we in the due course we have come up with several products which implements the concept of the broker. I would like to mention like IBM WebSphere message broker is one such example, and there are a lot of vendors out there in the market like WebSphere, WebMethods WebMethods message broker. So they are all implementation of the concept of the broker. Now, as we moved forward, we found that this broker is itself not very sufficient, and we need something more powerful. There came the ESB, which provides all of the functionalities of a broker plus some more functionality. So ESB is a concept, and IBM has strategically positioned some of its products towards this ESB thing or ESB functionality. So let's have a look at what products they are. As of now, IBM provides 3 different products which are geared towards the ESB thing. So I would like to say that the first one is WebSphere Application Server ESB. It also provides the functionality of ESB. Then WebSphere Message Broker, and then WebSphere Data Power Appliance. So all these things are geared towards implementing the concept of the ESB. If you go to the WebSphere Application Server ESB, you will find that it provides some functionality of the ESB, but not more. Then you go to the WebSphere Message Broker. It provides some more functionality compared to VAS ESB. And the top level product in this whole system is WebSphere Data Power Appliance, which I have shown in the figure below. So this is WebSphere Data Power Appliance, and this appliance is an implementation of the concept of the ESB, which is a central concept for SOA and the enterprise interconnectivity. So this is what this is where WebSphere Data Power Appliance stands. Now, when I'm saying WebSphere Data Power Appliance, and when I'm talking about other things like the WebSphere VAS ESB or WMB WebSphere Message Broker, why do I call it like appliance, and what is typical about this kind of appliance? So I will pause for a moment, and I will ask you, Colson, that have you heard the term appliance before?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you have, washing machine that's an appliance. But the only thing is, it's only doing one thing. The purpose of a washing machine is to wash something, right? Whether it's or whatever.
Right.
So that is the only purpose. Whereas the appliance is about the the IBM appliance is really purpose driven, where you actually use it not only for one purpose, you actually have so many different functionalities within that appliance that you can do
Perfect.
you can do quite a lot.
Right. So you got it right, Colson. So and the key features of an appliance is that it comes pre-configured. So hardware and software in an integrated fashion. It comes in an integrated fashion. The first thing is that. The second thing is that an appliance is very easy to use. You do not expect everybody to program a fridge or you program your washing machine. You have an interface certainly through which you can interact with the appliance. An appliance is configurable, so you can configure your washing machine, you can set timer, etc., etc. So that's what an appliance is. It's targeted towards a specific use. If you ask washing machine to work as a fridge, it will not, because it's not targeted for that. Similarly, WebSphere data power appliance is something which is targeted for ESP kind of thing. So once you have that once you have the data power appliance in place, all that you can do with that appliance is to configure it. And there is a wealth of services that are there that you can configure, and that you can configure to achieve the interconnectivity across the appliance, and in fact in the SOA world as well. In the figure, you can see that there is a data power appliance, and there is a client, and there is a set of services on the right hand side. On the bottom of it, we have several objects where top level services provided on the data power appliance that is there for configuration. We have web services proxy, we have multi protocol gateway, XML firewall, web application firewall, and XSL accelerator. These are the top level services that you can configure with the data power appliance, and it is amazing to find out that any kind of interconnectivity scenario that you find today in the enterprise world, I am saying any kind of interconnectivity scenario, that interconnectivity will be catered by these 5 services that are shown over here. So data power appliance is especially geared towards the interconnectivity. So that's what data power appliance is. Apart from it, if somebody says that why data power is there, I mean there are several other products as well which are geared towards interconnectivity. So why data power? I mean, what's the value of it? So we have several reasons to say why we need to choose the data power, and a couple of reasons I have tried to put it here. The first reason is that it provides high security and protection from XML threats. So in today's world, where XML has become a de facto language of communication between systems, it is important to have threat protection in terms of these XML threats. Data power by default, without any configuration, provides you XML threat protection. Then comes SSL handling and cryptography. So all the software things that are out there in the market, they can handle the cryptography and SSL, but the ease and the speed with which data power can handle it is amazing. I mean, once we progress forward in the course, we can see that. And there are a couple of concepts that one has to master before one can understand the true value of the data power, and they are especially related to protocol virtualization, message format virtualization. These kinds of concepts I mean, if you are familiar with it, then you should be able to relate that if you are going to provide such functionality in your custom code, that is in Java, C++, or for that example .NET, it will take a lot of time to achieve such kind of thing. With data power, we can achieve it in hours. Last 2 points, which are not least important, is that its data power provides you a configuration driven interface. So all you do in the data power is that you do configurations, and through configurations you are you are able to achieve a lot of value add out of that data power. Again is the XML processing. So XML processing at near wire speed is something why data power was originally built. Now we have come up a long way, and in the data power family we have several products available, which are some are especially geared towards security, some are especially geared towards integration. But in all of these appliances, one thing is common, and that is XML processing at near wire speed. So that's where the data power shines. These are some of the reasons why data power is there, and data power can go beyond other what other products offer. Now, if I talk about data power product family, you can see here I have tried to sketch the data power product family, and there are three main appliances over here. The youngest appliance is data power XA35, which has the capabilities for XML acceleration, and that is meant only for that. Then comes data power XS40. This is meant for security appliance, and it is a appliance which is mainly found in the DMZ zone in enterprise. And then we have data power XI52, which is a top level appliance, and it has all the integration features. It has all the features that data power XS40 provides and data power XS35 provides. Apart from it, there are a couple of other appliances which are geared towards specific purpose, like data power XG45, which is XML gateway, and data power XB, which is mostly for B2B integration. And there are other appliances as well in the market, which are geared for low latency kind of thing, and some other specific purpose. But XI52 is the box where you can expect most of the features of the data power. It's a top level box. Now I will stop here, and I will ask you, Colson, if you have some specific questions, you can go ahead and ask me.
I mean, so far I understand everything you're saying. Is there more you need to cover, and I ask you questions later? What else is it all you have to show us? To show me.
Sorry, your voice is not coming clear. Can you repeat your question, Colson?
Okay, I mean, I don't have too many questions. I mean, if you want to finish first, then I'll ask you a few questions later, then that'll be fine.
I'm finished.
Oh, you're done? Okay. I mean, you're talking about what data power is and why the customers want to use it. But what exactly you're going to cover in the class?
Right. Correct. So, Colson, basically we have divided this course in two different paradigms. One is data power administrator, and another is data power developer. So, in the data power administration class, we are going to talk about all the administrative stuff that is associated with the data power. For example, if you have a data power appliance and you have given a task to configure it, to run it, and to place it on a network, how you going to do that? How you going to power up the appliance? How you going to manage users out of it? How you going to manage domains there? How you are going to configure the Ethernet interfaces out of there? These are some of the questions that we are going to answer as part of data power administration course. I have shared a detailed course with the training company, and you can get that, and we have mentioned the topics that we are going to cover as part of the data power administration course. Now the second part comes where we are talking about services. So we have spoken about data power services, which are shown over here, like web services, proxy, multi-protocol gateway, XML firewall, web application firewall, XSL accelerator, AAA policy, integration scenarios, all those kinds of scenarios will not be covered in the data power administration course. Why? Because they most belongs to data power development stuff. So they will be covered in data power developer course, which is a separate kind of course out of which we are talking about.
So you're telling me all those 5 services won't be covered in the course?
In the administration course, we only provide a glimpse of them. I mean, we only provide an overview about them. How to configure them, how to deep dive into those services are something which are provided in a data power developer course.
But okay, as an administrator, am I supposed to be able to configure, let's say, multi-protocol gateway? Because I'm getting a request, a SOAP request from the client to go to data power. Data power does its thing, and then to pass that information to the backend system. Isn't that supposed to be an administrator job to configure that piece?
Yeah. So when you say So when we talk about configuring a multi-protocol gateway, it can be as simple as configuring a simple multi-protocol gateway, but it can quickly get more complex in a real-world scenario. So what I'm talking about here is that as part of this administrator course, I can definitely walk you through the multi-protocol gateway and some of its configuration. But if you are talking about configuring a multi-protocol gateway in a real-world scenario where we have to write down policies and things as well, that demands the XML and XSL skill. So you should have that skill as well. So that's why configuring a multi-protocol gateway is something which is provided in the data power developer course, not in the data power administrator course.
But let me ask something. Okay, the XSLT file you're talking about, I mean, assuming that, okay, I'm not a developer, was it like the developer is supposed to provide that to the administrator so then the administrator can finish doing the configuration of the multi-protocol gateway, whatever the protocols coming from the client side, let's say coming from an HTTPS, and then but the backend only understand MQ. So let's be, I configure it, but if I need anything else, let's say any type of policy file, XSLC file, and then developer has to provide that to me in order for me to finish that. I mean,
So that's what I'm trying to convey. That configuring these all services are mostly part of the development course that is out there. So we have packaged the course in such a way that one deals with administration and another deals with the development. So the stuff you are talking about right now is not is not related to, I mean, the data power administration. It is more related to data power development.
But in a production environment, you let developers touching the production environment to do that?
Yeah, so in production environment, we do not develop. We only port the code from development environment to the production environment. So if you are talking about configuring a multi-protocol gateway in the production environment, then you are not configuring any thing in the production environment. You are only migrating your code from development environment to production environment. And migration of code is definitely covered in the administration.
Okay. So, okay, I get that now. I mean, I was under the impression that I was going to configure the XML firewall, the web application, things like that. But you said that's really developer's job, it's not my job. But I just have to have an understanding how it works. I mean, especially for troubleshooting purposes, I need to understand the process.
Right.
In terms of integration, are we going to, I mean, do you have the infrastructure in place to actually do the integration. Integrate data power with access manager.
Sorry, can you come up once again? Sorry.
Do you have the infrastructure in place to in order to integrate data power with WMQ, data power with access manager? Do you have that environment so you can actually go to that steps and configuring data power to talk with, let's say, in terms of AAA. So I want to configure it not only to use the flat file, the XML file, but I want to integrate that with LDAP.
Yeah, so LDAP so if you look at the course structure which I have shared with the the training company can provide you, you can see the set of hands-on exercises and scenarios which we are going to cover as part of data power administration. And when I say we are going to cover that scenario, it means that we have that kind of infrastructure in place where I can show you how to do that. Now, you can definitely connect with Suresh or Arjun for that matter in order to know how you are going to get access to a data power appliance, a virtual appliance on the cloud, and are there are there any services which you can leverage for interconnectivity and for such kind of practices, so that you can definitely connect with the training company for that matter. You can always get a visibility around it.
Would you at least, even you may not have the environment set, would you at least show us how to configure syslog, SNMP?
Yes. So these are covered as part of administrative course. You are right.
Okay, you will cover that. How about cloud? Virtual servers and cloud. Would you cover that? Virtual servers and cloud environment?
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, that you can always connect with the training company, and as far as I know, they have infrastructure, they have the virtual appliance available in the cloud, so that you can log into that data power appliance and you can practice yourself.
So would you cover that as well? How to configure data power in the cloud? Would you cover that?
Yeah, configuring data power in cloud is no different than configuring a data power appliance. So whatever we will show here will be true for data power appliance, whether it is in cloud or whether it is in an enterprise.
So I don't know too much about cloud. Is that something that already available for you, or how do you get it into the cloud? How do you get the data power into the cloud? Is there some type of setup you have to do in data power to get that?
No, so setting up data power in cloud is something which is beyond the scope of the current course. So in the current course, we should be only able to provide you the details about how to set up a appliance, data power appliance in an enterprise.
Okay, that'd be great. Now one more question is, as an administrator, I need to have access to the default domain as well. Not really to mess around changing things, but I need to see the options that are available as administrator, what I can do as administrator versus having normal access in one of those domains. Those the company will provide me.
I got your point. I got your point, Cole, sir. So there are two ways to look at it. The first is that while we progress with the training, I'm going to show you the options that are available in the default domain. So we have a data power we will have a data power appliance in place through which I will walk you through whatever I will show you here, or whatever I will talk on this PPP stuff, right? So I will show you there, right there, that what options are there in the data power appliance. Now the second question is about hands-on. So as I said, that you can always connect with the training company and you can get a visibility around it, that do you have that administrative access or not, do you have access to the default domain or not. So you can always get that kind of clarity with the training company. So it's there.
Okay. So would you record each session for me? That way I can always go back and then listen to it, make sure I get everything, understand everything. Would you be able
Sorry,
to
can you come up once again?
I'm not right now. You're actually recording this session. Would you do that for every session? And then I can have that recording so I can listen to.
I'm not sure about it, so I'll not comment on it. But regarding the course material, we can definitely provide you all these presentation in the form of a PDF document. Apart from that, I can also guide you a set of resources, learning resources from which you should be able to know more about data power thing. And last but not least is that I can provide you a set of exercises which you can do yourself in the data power virtual appliance or whatever the facility is provided by the training company, and you can always come back to me saying that this is not going through and this is not going through, and then we can together troubleshoot it to find out that how the things will be working.
Okay, I'll definitely like that. Give me some homework.
Yeah.
I can actually try to do it myself. That
yeah.
way,
So at first we will do it together so that you have an idea how to do it, and then you can do it separately on your own as well.
Okay, perfect. So now, outside everything else now, after I finish the whole course and let's say I do enough study, I understand the product. Is that good enough for me to be able to get a job on that?
Sorry, come up once again. I really missed your question.
What I'm saying is this: once I finish the course, what else do I need in order to be qualified to find a job as a data power administrator?
No, I think going through course should be fine. And in today's world as well, if you look at the job market, there are clear separation between data power administrator and data power developer. So if you have understanding about data power administration stuff, it's a good enough technology to find it and find a decent job. So you are in US, right?
Yes.
Right. So I think US have got a huge market for the data power.
What is the market with for data power? In the US. Or I know you. You're not in the. In the US. But you still probably know how much normally people ask for data power job. Let's say if I said I'm a senior administrator.
Yeah, so they ask pretty much all the concepts we talk about in the data power administration course, because as a data power administrator, you are expected to set the data power appliance right in place and keep it running. So such kind of skills you will gain through this training, definitely, but nothing can replace the hands-on experience. So as you come to the client side and as you go there, you will have a hands-on experience, more and more hands-on experience, and as you gain more experience, you will have better understanding of this appliance.
Okay. One more question.
Alsab, this is Rakesh here.
Yeah, Rakesh.
Can you show me what you're going to cover in data power administration session? We want to see, like you can open that notepad or Word document. Just show me, like we want to see in your system.
Give me a moment.
Okay, no problem.
Rakesh, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, please.
Right. So these are the topics which we are going to cover as part of the data power administration thing. So it includes course introduction.
Can you increase the format?
Yeah, give me a moment.
Thank you.
Yeah, are you able to view now?
Yes, please. You can let me. You can give me like little bit overview for individual concept because the Carlson also knew for this. He knows like is it useful for him or not in this?
Sure. So first we will have a course introduction, and then we will have an overview of IBM WebSphere data power flow appliance, and then we will see some use cases in which IBM data power flow appliance is useful. Then we will talk about the data power architecture, how it is there, what are parts of it, and other deployment scenarios out of it. Then we will talk about initial setup, how to set up an appliance when it arrives at your doorstep. Then we will see data power administration overview using GUI interface of code to achieve data power administration, which is most commonly used thing. Then we will talk about understanding logs and logging targets. Then we have command line administration thing. We will also talk about data power appliance services overview, services which I have just shown. And then we will talk about managing domains, managing users. There is a little talking about clustering and failover as well. Then we will have some idea about troubleshooting thing, how to troubleshoot in the data power. We will also talk about XML management interface, then service monitoring, and then last but not least is the managing. Errors if they come and how to troubleshoot, what are the troubleshooting tools available in the data power. Then we will talk about little about SSL configuration, that is that's a primary focus for the data power appliance. We will also talk about managing configuration information through appliance management tools like logging and log targets, which right now Colson is talking about. Would you show us syslog and syslog NG kind of thing? So we will also talk about it, and we will also talk about logging to an external log system. So this is these are the exercises which we will go through as part of this course.
I have another question. In the architecture of data power, where you have possibly XG45 in the DMZ, and then you have the XI52 in the secure domain. Now, data coming from the client side first has to go to the DMZ, the XG45, and XG45 does its thing, and then it has to pass that data to the XI52, maybe to do some type of a transformation. Would you teach us how to link that XG45 with the XI52 so that we can see that the whole flow from the client to XG45, from XG45 to XI52, and back to the backend?
Yeah, we will talk a little about that.
And you will show us how to link that as well in the configuration part of that?
Yeah, so I will be able to talk about that as well. It should not be a problem.
Okay, because that's what we're going to see at work, not just a standalone. XI52. Okay, perfect.
Okay, Carlson, shall we close it today? You have any another question?
Yeah, I'm fine actually.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to arrange the regular sessions tomorrow onwards. Then I will drop you a mail for you how to log in the session. Okay?
Okay, perfect. And then later on, I guess, once I get to a point where if I need temporarily log into the default, I'm assuming you will give me access?
Yes, yes. I'm going to arrange the server access within 2-3 days. And as well as, Ajitab also is going to share you the, what we have, PDF documents, PPTs, we will provide the course material as well.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank you, Carlson.
Oh,
thank
you. I appreciate it. And I'll be waiting for your email.
Yeah, sure. I will do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.